if you believe that I work in the best interest for the state and for the government, then only then should you allow me to continue to operate. However, if you on this panel are against the government, and I want to be very specific, if you want to press charges or oust Senator Davis, that's one thing. But if it's the entirety of the Senate and the government, I am not your man.
That didn't answer anything. You're saying, like, if we're patriots, we should keep you, and if we're like traitors to the state, we should fire you. That is a wild answer to that question, Brian.
I think I could be a little bit more specific.
Wasn't the question like, what do you think we should do to you? And you were like, you know, maybe we can
perhaps
give a
it is.
version.
Yeah, sure. I believe that when I took my oath, it's to serve and protect, and that's just not that's not just the civilians of the city, but also the order that has been placed by the system in place. Now, I am going to be rather honest. I think if I'm ever going to be given an order to go against the government in and of itself, it's just not.
Brian, come on, man. No one's asking you to do that. We're asking. I mean, and that's Tessa. I don't want to speak for Tessa here, but I don't think that's like anywhere near the conversation that's being had. There's no perspective. We need you to ride against the state type thing here. It was very direct. What do you, given all the context, what do you think should happen to you?
I think maybe a better question is, what do you want to happen to you?
I'm rather fulfilled with everything that I've done thus far. If you think I can be an asset to the department and for the state, only then should we keep me on.
Okay, so Dark is going to love this answer, but if you're not going to answer the question, we're just going to say, I mean, like, these are such conditional answers. I think what I would like to hear is,
sure,
what do you think should happen to you? Not, I took an oath, and then this oath states that I should uphold the no. Like, what do you think should happen to you, given all the context? Should you have a job here? Do you want to have a job here? No, none of the patriotism speeches, please.
I don't think it's patriotic, sir. I'm not intending it to be. But I hope you understand that there's a lot of questions in this atmosphere we have today.
Okay, so you're not answering. You're launching into it again.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
There you go. That's an answer. In itself, that's an answer. The best one I've gotten. So.
Okay.
That was really all I had.
All right.
Anyone else?
Brian was always going to ask it that way.
Nah, come on, yeah, all right.
All right.
Here.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'll be outside. I think that in answer, I think Brian's turning his badge and gun in.
If you were gonna ask me something, just text me. If you got my number,
and the reason for that is, that was a huge concern.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
And the inability to answer that is told them enough. So I think that was Knight asking that question was a bit of a litmus test. And the misdirect away from it was very important. Because the thing is, you got to keep in mind, Brian went in there being like, listen, this isn't even about whether you want to keep me. I need to understand whether I'm working against the state or with it. It makes sense for the character to walk away.
A little bit, because, you know.
Can we pump the brakes for a second?
Okay.
I just got a text from Bundy asking if Brian really resigned or if it was something on Twitter.
It's another Silas situation where we don't have to do anything.
Oh, dude, that'd be such a pain in the ass.
Considering LSBN is...
Apparently he's already talked to Ursula. Oh my god.
Eve
She's already got a...
retweeted it.
Yeah, I see that.
Said something about how he formally quit the PD and is running for Senate?
What the fuck?
Huh? Okay, maybe
And
that's
he retweeted
just
it.
stupid.
Shelley Smith, of course, classic.
Brian did retweet the thing.
Yeah,
from
he retweeted it. So has he quit? What are we even doing here anymore?
Someone want to call him?
Yeah.
Did he do an
I'll call him.
Axel, which was doing a Silos?
Yeah, the bigger man move, just to quit before we can even come up with what we want to do to him. It's crazy because you know what? This is what happened with Silas.
Okay, let's not assume. Let's
Well,
not assume.
I'll call
Let's
him,
ask him first.
but so I'm just saying, everyone thinks I fired
For all we know,
Silas.
he's under duress. Do we know he's still upstairs?
How would he leave if he thinks we're?
Oh, he's not upstairs.
I don't know.
FYI. Sorry. I didn't realize he was meant to be still up there. He's not up there.
Is he
When I got
alive?
food, there was no one up there.
I'll go check the top floor.
I assumed that he
I know
was
the
going
sanguine
and we were
people have
calling him
been
back. I'm
saying
so
that
sorry.
he's next, this, that, and another, so...
But they're also in prison. Brian,
Hey, what's going on, Svensson?
are you under duress?
I am not.
Okay. Can you figure out a way to say, like, if you were, you would? Are you at STSO anymore? Have you left?
Yeah, I left a little package at the front door.
Okay. Is this you quitting?
Yes.
Okay. How come?
Owen, I've spent the better part of since the negotiations, I had to ask myself whether I believe in the direction of where things are going. And I want to be very clear. This is not in regards to high command as a whole, but rather the state of the DOJ. Plasters of banners saying, fuck the Senate. Being privy to leaks that, and what I consider sedition, acts of sedition by not just the DOJ, but members of the PD. And I'd ask myself,
This can be summarized. You don't have faith in PD or DOJ anymore.
No, because I think that would underscore people like yourself, Benson. I think I am unsure whether elements of our police department may be against the Senate as a whole and the government.
Okay, so you don't have faith in PD.
I'm unsure.
So you quit.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Brian. Yeah, he quit. He says he's not in duress, and he quit because he doesn't trust PD. He won't say, I don't trust PD. He says elements in PD, which I think he said he likes me or whatever, but I think he doesn't like you guys, and he quit. So that's... I hung up because I just didn't want to hear the rest of his 10-minute monologue. Yeah. We can get that later on from LSBN or whatever.
Good news.
Yeah.
RHL arrived with my new delivery of mugs. Bad news.
I woke up
Brian's not
early
there.
for this.
That's Brian.
I'm telling you,
I've
he
woken
quit.
up at
He
5
quit.
a.m. for 5
He actually
days in
quit.
a week for
He
this?
quit. He's he doesn't believe in PD high commands or the DOJ, and he quit. And now you can't stop me from saying it now because I'm going to say it. People are going to say he got fired when that's not what happened. It's not even what happened with Silas. They fucking keep quitting before we can even figure out what we want to do with them. They just keep quitting
Oh,
before we can
Well,
even
should we
figure
fire
out
him?
what we want to
Should we
do.
fire him anyway.
hold
No.
on, I was going to bring this up. I think it's only right that we, given everything we've heard, I
Make a
think
decision.
we need to make a decision. Would we have fired Brian if he didn't quit?
I'm not. I'm not making that
Oh.
decision. He quit. That's all that matters.